All right, we are getting ready to start Chapter 2, Exercise 7 on the support base. We're all set and ready to go with our uh, settings and our units. Taking a look at that support base, we see that our 0, 0, the most logical place for that datum is going to be the center of the larger circle that's down on the bottom of that part. So that's where I'm going to start with. So I'm going to come in here and create my circle at 0, 0, enter. In this case, we're zoomed way out. It's not a big deal. So we can start to zoom in and pan and zoom till you get closer in on the size that you want to be. In this case, it's a 2-inch diameter. So we'll pan and zoom to get into that space. So there we go. We're pretty close here. So now I'm going to type in D for diameter, and that's going to be 2 inches. Enter. So zoom in a little bit further on it. So getting a little bit of a delay here on my lag time on my server. That's all right. That's pretty normal. Click again. Now circle in this case in the center. This is going to be the smaller one. It's a diameter as well. So D, and this is a 1-inch diameter on that. Let's zoom out just a little bit. So now I'm going to put those other two small circles, the one that's up here and there, and we can look and see what the coordinate points are on that. So if I come back in here, my coordinate point on the one on the right will be a 1.5 in the X, comma, 2.25 in the Y. Make sure that you see those dimensions and understand where I'm getting that from. So again, it's the diameter here of 1 inch for that one. And I'm going to right click, repeat the command. Now I'm going to go over here. So now it's going to be a negative 1.5 in the X, comma, 2.25 again in the Y, and hit enter. D for diameter, and this is, I'm sorry, I did the wrong diameter. This is a 0.75 diameter here. So a little bit different, so make sure we're using the right sizes. So I messed that up, so we can kind of come in here. So let's click on this. So if I've clicked on that and right click, so we can kind of delete that. So, or I can also come up here to the annotate. This is a good time for us to bring this in. If I click this measure, so it's telling me that's a 1/2 inch. So I've got a 1/2 inch diameter, which wasn't what I wanted. So I messed up on that. So let's kind of delete. Let's get this back out of here. So I'm going to click on that, delete it. And we're just going to click on this one because I don't think that one's right either. So we'll delete that. So come back to our circle command. Let's put these coordinates in again. So this is a 1.5 in the X, comma, 2.25 in the Y. Hit enter. Now let's get this diameter right. So I want the diameter, enter, of 0.75. Enter. There we go. So right click, repeat the last command, minus 1.5, comma, 2.25, enter. Again, diameter, enter, 0.75, enter. So now I've got both of those taken care of as well. We also have a larger arc going around these. So, and the radius on that arc is 0.75 on both sides. Now, to start this, I'm going to go ahead and create that as a full circle around both. So let me right click, repeat the last command. I'm going to come to the center here, and in this case it does give me the radius, so I'm going to go 0.75 radius. So I'm going to repeat, right click, repeat the last command over on this side, do the same thing here, 0.75 radius. So I've got both of those in there. Now I can create a line that goes from here to here. And that is on our object snap, we want tangent to be selected. So So now that I have tangent, let me come to my drawing line. So we're picking up on the center here. So sometimes things override. Let's go back in. If that center line is overriding it, click and get rid of that. Now you can pick up the tangent. Now, don't go clicking down here. Click up here close to where you're going with that. So there to there. And right click, confirm. Okay. We're going to do the same thing from here to here. So right click, repeat the last command, get the tangent symbol somewhere up close to where you think it's going to come in at, and then come down here and click there, because right click, confirm to get out of it. Again, if I was too far over or down, it would kind of place it where it thinks the closest tangency point is going to be. So you got to watch that. So repeat this last command. So right click and left click, right click, confirm to get out. So now I've got those tangent lines. I can go in and I'm going to trim this and that out. So let's use our trim button. Trim that and trim that. We're almost done with this drawing. So we've got some other lines here that I'm not really 100% sure exactly where they come in at, but I've got some other things that I can do to kind of get them where we need, and to use some of the other tools that we know. Now, we can use coordinate points again. So part of our drawing activity right now with these is to place coordinate points where we know they exist. We know that our y is 0 right here, and this is our x0 and the y vertical line, and we've got something that comes in this line. We take a look at what that is. Well, as we look at what these dimensions actually are, if you think about the radius that's applied up here, so that is a 3/4 inch radius from the center of this hole. And the center of this hole is 2¼ inches from the center here. So if we go 2¼ up to here and 3/4 up to there, that's 3 inches. So we're 3 inches from here to that line. And then we're given a command that, or a dimension that says there's a line here that's 1 inch off of that. So this horizontal line here should be 2 inches off of center. So we can kind of use that coordinate and what we know about the y coordinate. The y coordinate there is going to be 2. So let's go back to our line command here. And again, we see that there's a line length here of 3/8. So we kind of need to know now something about our x and y coordinate. So if my line length is 3/8, half of 3/8 is 3/16. So anytime I've got a fraction, I just have to double the denominator to know what half of it is. So as I go here, my coordinate of this is going to be basically half of 3/8 will be 3/16. If I do the math, 3/16 is 0.1875. 1875 in the x. So comma, and now we know that the y here is 2. So I'm going to place that and say enter. It comes out. So, and this line length now is 0.375. Polar coordinates here were 180 degrees. Enter. So now I can come down here to this point, click and right click confirm. I'm going to right click, repeat the last command, and now I can kind of put this intersection point right here and come down to the intersection point right there. Right click, confirm. So we are have this drawing complete. So let's go Z, enter, E for extents. So kind of zooms in everything. I can do a Z, enter, A, enter for zoom all. So I notice how that kind of takes it a little further down. So let's go back to Z, enter, A, enter, or E, enter. So back up. So I got a Z, enter, E, enter. I was hitting the save shift button instead of so, and then I can just kind of scroll and zoom out a little bit to keep that in center. Let's come up here to save as. So we're going to save this file as support base hyphen your first initial, your full last name. So support base hyphen first initial last name. Let's go ahead and click save. So the file is saved. We are ready to go. So come back to the main page in the web version of AutoCAD. Scroll down. Notice we're starting to get an awful lot of files in here, so we're probably going to want to do something about that. So, click on the file, put a check mark in the box, go up and click download. Download that to your flash drive or wherever you're saving it so that you can upload it to the assignment and turn it in.